Hello everyone, it's NiC Brims, and today we're bringing you the next video of MEANGaming, and this is NiC and Brim's tips and tricks, so let's get right down to it. Starting on firing range, C-Dom flag, you can cap the flag sitting on this Jeep, and there's a nice little crack right here that you can look through and see anyone who's running towards the C flag, and you can take them out pretty easily for a good spawn kill. Next, on the other side, A-Dom spawn, you can throw a nice little nade, bounce it off that building, and it should blow up the truck and get you a nice little spawn kill on C. I've gotten numerous kills from this. We'll take it from another point of view. You see it bounces off that back building, lands right by the Jeep, blows it up, kills whoever's on C flag. Right here, how many times have you been killed by a guy on top wood, or the building by A-Dom? There's a nice little line of sight here. You see through the crack, you can see them, get a nice shot off. They can't even see you. We'll show the view from my point of view. NiC took me out there. I'm simulating somebody defending the B flag, camping on top wood. So you can see you can't even see where NiC is, and he just takes me out. Another popular camping spot's the tower. You see me get killed right there by NiC. I show a nice little counter spot to that. Instead of running up there and getting killed again, as usually happens, there's a nice little hole right here, and you can see their head and get a nice little headshot, take them out. It's a good little counter camping spot. Nice little spawn nade here. Throw it right on A flag. There is a little more to that than just throwing it towards the flag. As you can see, I took a little bit of an angle when I threw it. I didn't throw it right at the flag, and what that is, as you can see here, it bounces off that building and lands right by the flag. So that's what you have to go through for, because if you throw it right at it, it'll roll right by. Right here, right by A-Dom, everyone knows this little spot. People like to usually camp on top, but as you can see, you can actually see through the mesh here if you're standing on the red barrel, and you can get a nice little line of sight there, take people out, they won't even be able to see you. Funny little spot right here, you can see through this heater or whatever this is. A lot of people use it in search if they think the person's running up jungle side. Alright, here's a nade spot on B. You try to deflect it off of that wooden wall right there. Moving on to grid. Alright, we'll show you some cap spots for B. B-Dom in grid's pretty difficult to cap. So you can cap by the truck, and you can cap from behind this little barrier. That's my favorite spot. And then NiC shows you can also cap it from the other side of the truck as well. Good ways to avoid grenades and avoid just being out in the line of fire. Popular spot for demolition or search and destroy. You can jump up on this little ledge, get a nice little line of sight on the bomb right there. And you can hide with a motion sensor, or you can just sound whore it out. They start to plant the bomb, you can take them out. Nice little spot. Here's a good spot on Summit, good spawn nade. You throw it, the roof of this building is glass, so their nade falls right through, lands right in front of the B-Dom flag, so if somebody, like NiC simulates here, is rushing to go cap that B flag, nade lands right in front of them, blows them up. Great spawn nade spot. I've gotten a couple kills with that. Another good one is people camping this wall right here in between A and B-Dom. You can toss a nade from Summit side, land it right next to him, as you see here, NiC's camping it with his sniper rifle, pulls out his RPG, nade lands right next to him, he's dead. Good little spot there. Moving on, another spot for B. Just this whole roof is glass, guys, so if any time you want to toss a nade, feel free. It usually goes through. You can get a nice defend. Nice little spawn nade here on C. You see, you just throw it over this, get pretty close so it can get there, and you usually get a spawn nade like that. NiC shows it here. He's capping C, nade right next to him. Nice little spot. So moving on, we're on Hanoi now. You can jump up on this little cart right by B-Dom flag, and you can sit here in this little window. It's a pretty good line of sight. You can be shot, but it's hard to see, so it's a good little defense. This cart is just kind of fun. You can sink down in here, you hear somebody running by, pop out like a jack-in-the-box, take them out. Also on Hanoi, right above the car, if you aim with your tomahawk, you can usually get a nice little kill to defend the A flag, as NiC simulated there. Also, if you throw a nade just towards the A flag over the building, you can get a nice little nade. It usually bounces off the truck to defend the A point. Right here, search and destroy an array. I bet you haven't seen NiC yet. I'm simulating somebody planting the bomb. I plant it, and I die. And where NiC was, it was in a pretty popular camping spot, this bush right in front of the car, or this bulldozer thingy, I don't know. It's a pretty popular spot, pretty good spot in search to defend the B-bomb, especially if you have a good gaming headset, you can sound whore it up. On launch, how many times have you been killed by a guy camping up there? Well, there's a nice little nade spot. I recommend using Semtex for this because it has the shorter fuse. You can use a frag, but it'd take a little more timing than this does. You throw it just so it lands through the rocket hole and it lands right next to him. Takes him out, and then you can cap B flag. NiC discovered this little line of sight. By ADOM, there's that little air conditioner people like to camp behind. Well, NiC found a nice little counter spot. If you keep that panel you see right in front of them, you can pretty much cover yourself and make it almost impossible for you to be seen. And you see me climbing up there, and he takes me out. Nice little spot there. Also on WMD, you want to defend B from your spawn point. It's pretty easy nade. You just throw it almost straight up, and it usually lands right by it. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. I'll put an annotation for you to check out our first video, our 53 and 6 stakeout. Our friend Ethan does that on WMD. Great gameplay. It's our first video and introduction. Make sure you guys check out our channel, like, favorite, comment, check us out. We have Facebook, Twitter, everything. So get us known, guys, and we will have a new video here in the next couple of days. Pretty high quality videos to expect. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.